Just what is the price ceiling on Pokemon Center ETBs, just like this one here? So hello, welcome back to the channel. I'm Cal, this is Calspokemart, and today I'm doing a midweek market update, but just specifically looking at Pokemon Center ETBs, just like the one that I had in my hand there. Now you may be wondering why I've got a 25 grand base set booster box on the screen, but I'll allude to that very shortly. So if you watched my last video from Sunday, where I titled it Booster Box is No Longer King, that video showed that since the Scarlet and Violet era started, PC ETBs have risen in price on average percentage gains by nearly 400% compared to booster boxes, which in the same time frame had only risen by 75% from MSRP. And it showed that in the modern era, the booster box is no longer the main investment vehicle. These PC ETBs, like the ones sat here, have now overtaken it. But there is a question of how high can they go, because we actually don't know yet. But what we do know with a booster box, like on the screen here, is they can go to silly money. Now, I'm obviously not going to be stupid enough to say that any modern booster box is going to go as high as these, 25 grand. Maybe it does in 30 years, we don't know, but I'd be surprised. But even if you go back to more modern booster boxes, Team Up is 10 grand, Evolving Skies is 1700. PC ETBs haven't had the chance to even try and get that high yet. So where can they go? If we take the 151 Pokemon Center ETB as our starting point, because it is the most expensive one, we do know that they can at least go to £826. Fantastic. Yes, this is a very desirable set, an iconic set, and it also has a very expensive PSA 10 promo in it, and a very desirable promo. It's a Gen 1, it's Snorlax, it's fantastic, it's worth £1,300. That helps drive the price up. But all it shows us is there is a potential for them to go this high. Now, not every PC ETB will go this high, not in the next few years, obviously, because the lesser sets won't be as desirable. But some of the other desirable sets could certainly move up close to this price point in like the bracket behind it, £500, £600, £700 in the next couple of years. I've got no doubt about it. We've got Prismatic at the moment going out of rotation next April, currently sat at 378. This for me will be one that does have a decent run, but I don't see it being £860 in a year's time like 151. There's a lot more of these around. A lot more of them have been kept sealed, but it still does have an expensive at £530 Pokemon Center promo of a Gen 1 Pokemon in a PSA 10. Helps the price. What happens when you've got a expensive Pokemon Center promo in the box with a difficult gem rate, like the Snorlax is 25%, this is 26% as well, is that you may get the odd crazy person who's still tempted to rip the box to try and find a promo to grade because it's worth more money than the box. So you have to bear that in mind, that with these boxes that have a good Pokemon Center promo in them, you will get people who want to then still open them, which reduces the amount of Pokemon Center ETBs then left out there, which can help drive the price up again. If the PC ETB does not have a desirable promo in it, people probably aren't going to rip for them to try and grade them, so that more of them will stay sealed, if you get what I mean. So these are things you need to look at when investing in PC ETBs. Moving across to Ascended Heroes, these are currently down at £285. Now I think this is a fantastic, getting towards a fantastic pickup. Down from 350. They're not printing any more of them. They've only gone down because the market's trended down and people took profits. They're not getting reprints. And if a restock came, it would be minuscule, like we've seen with some of the other ones in the past, like with Prismatic. So it wouldn't get a big restock to bring the price down. The promo, okay, there's none of these on the market in the UK. 3 grand it's saying. But I do know, because I graded 4 of the regular ETB promos, they've only got 14% gem rate. And I saw one of the regular ones for nearly £300. This in a Pokemon Center with this Pokemon Center promo with a PSA this Pokemon Center promo in a PSA 10 is going to be really expensive because the gem rate on it is going to be really low. The quality control is really low. So not only is Ascended a goated set, an iconic set, it's got a promo in it that one is really cool looking, and Zekrom, it looks fantastic. Really difficult gem rate on it. It's going to be really expensive. It's going to drive the price of these up. So at the moment, I think if these drop any more or stay steady around this price, they're a fantastic pickup. But I'm not just necessarily looking at the most expensive boxes today. I want to look at where the cheaper opportunities are. So what I've got here on Pulse TCG is trend graphs for the PC ETBs from each block. So we're starting at block G. I know it's a bit small, but I'll try and zoom in on the edit. We've got 151 through to Paradox Rift, all the PC ETB prices. What I want to point out here is Paradox Rift is at £191, and it's the worst one from that block, okay? Scroll down to the next block where we've got Prismatic is miles above the rest. The other sets in this block maybe not as interesting, but Shrouded is still at 112. Temporal at 120, Twilight 128. Are you telling me that those two in the next year won't be on par with where Paradox is at 198? For me, I think they'll be very close. So you can see where I'm going with this. There's a potential growth there each year behind. Then we go into block I, which is not long finished. We've obviously got Ascended Heroes pulling away. Sorry, we've got Destined Rivals pulling away at the top, followed by Ascended. Both got good PC ETB promos, both quite expensive at a 10. Then we've got Phantasmal, driven by the price of the Charizard and the fact that it's not had a reprint. The promo in it is not amazing, but still sat at £200. And at the bottom, we've got Mega Evolution Base Set, which is a fantastic set. Both the boxes have a good promo in them, the Riolu and the Alakazam, and it's sat at 138. Okay, so that's the cheapest one in this block. Are you telling me that that isn't going to overtake Paradox Rift? For me, if we compare it to the previous base set, which is currently at 265, I think Mega Evo base set will overtake this one eventually as well in the future, or at least not catch up. It will catch up to it. So there's huge potential growth there as well. Now, what I really wanted to look at, if we scroll to the bottom, is block J, which just at the moment includes our three new sets, Perfect Order, Chaos Rise and Pitch Black, the ones that nobody wants. But look at the prices. Perfect Order is at £83, Chaos Rise at £74, and Pitch Black is at £64. £64, by the way, for a PC ETB. Now, I remember when Shrouded Fable sat at £64 and no one wanted it. Where is it now? 112. Are you telling me Pitch Black won't do the same? And by the way, these three sets have been printed alongside 30th Evolution. These three sets have been printed alongside 30th anniversary, 30th celebrations. They've had short or smaller print runs because the Pokemon Company has been printing 30th into oblivion alongside these, taking up capacity. We're not going to see reprints of these. We're probably not going to see restocks. What's on the market's already out there. Yes, they don't have desirable promos in them, although the Chaos Rising one, the Fennekin, it's not too bad. They're so cheap. So if the worst ones from the previous eras can be at a bottom of a lowest of 138, 112 or 191, are you not telling me that obviously because of the rarity of PC ETBs, the fact they're exclusive, that any of these in a couple of years won't get up to that price point? Of course they will. These are fantastic investment opportunities that are being overlooked by the majority because everyone's focused on Ascended, Prismatic, Delta Rain coming out, 30th coming out. What's the big plays here? No one wants to look at these. These are like uncool. These are the ones that no one wants to talk about. But if you bought up a bunch of Pitch Black Pokemon Center ETBs now, threw them in a closet for 2 years, you're probably going to at least 100% your money, maybe 150, maybe 200% your money. And that is not even, I'm not like I'm not putting myself on the line by saying this. I'm not being like daring. Just look at the numbers. The numbers themselves are proving my own point. So you have to ask yourself, if you can't afford the big boxes, the Prismatics, the Destins, all the other ones we just mentioned, or a 151 box, you're actually very safe picking up a Pitch Black Pokemon Center ETB, because we know that this one has got room for huge growth, whereas the more expensive ones, while yes, they will be more desirable down the line maybe, we don't actually know where the ceiling is, and they're already quite expensive as it is, whereas this, it's pretty much close to MSRP. It's a no-brainer for me. Perfect Order has just sat pretty stable, but this one's a bit more expensive at 83. Chaos Rising is starting to find its bottom at £75, and I do like this one at 75. If Journey Together can get to 155, which it currently is at the moment, this can certainly match that. And then you've got Pitch Black, the newbie. It's still falling, so keep an eye on it. If you can get it anywhere near £60, wow, what a pickup. So if you've got the spare capital and you see these opportunities, you can find a really nice, clean, minty box on the secondary market, they really are worth picking up in my opinion. They are the best investment vehicle of the modern era. We've seen that. If you go and watch my Sunday video, which I'll link at the end of this video, it proves that point. The percentage gains are off the charts. And there will always be people out there in the future who want these, because there'll be collections. There'll be people doing collections who want one of everyone. There'll always be someone who needs a pitch black Pokemon Center ETB because they've decided that they want to have one of every Pokemon Center ETB. There'll always be those people who are able to sell these to as well. So yeah, I just wanted to point this out, that you don't always have to chase the big market trend items. And if you do watch Rudy on Alpha Investments just a couple of weeks ago, he made a video purchasing thousands of Chaos Rising regular ETBs for $60, I think it was. Because he knows in 2-3 years, he'll be able to sell all them for 100, 200%. Because he knows you just sit on them and wait. 2 years in the grand scheme of investing is not a long time. But in Pokemon, we think, oh, if it's not 200-300% in 6 months, it takes too long, it takes too long. No, this is a Pokemon investing channel, and we're talking about actually investing. Buy these, sitting on for 2-3 years, let the money come to you. You don't have to worry about it. It's no risk for me. So that's my opinion on Pokemon Center ETBs. Don't be scared about buying these lesser ones, because the growth and the opportunities are there. The numbers back me up. The numbers say it. You don't have to listen to me. Just read the numbers and listen to them. So if you found this video interesting or informative, please leave a like. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below as well. Would you look at picking up some of these PC ETBs on the side as a little side investment? And if you're new here as well, please subscribe. I'm doing these Pokemon market and investing videos on a weekly basis now, and I'll try to keep you up to date with all the latest goings on and all these little things that I find in the background of the market as well. So hope to see you next one, and goodbye.